Why do we suffer at the hands of these politicians? Don't you know politicians work for you?
Hey!
You're the boss. You hire them and you fire them. Look at their campaign. You know what they do? They audition.
Yeah!
When you put them on the job, if they're not doing the job, then you fire them. Because you're in control. From the city to the state to Congress to the president. You run the... Hello, Talk Labor fans. We're back again. And we got some good stuff for you as we always do. But I want to jump right on some of the things that's going on right now. And the first thing I want to jump on is we got a new governor. He was sworn in on Monday. I think it was the 14th. And, and a new lieutenant governor. So I think that we need to jump on this right away. Stay awake, be a part of, and, you can be successful. You got a mayoral election coming up. Make sure that you're a part of that. Now, we got the governor in there. And it don't mean that, he's going to give everybody a piece of candy, because it don't work like that. But one of the things he have proven as we work with him to get him in office is that he is a fair person. If it makes sense to him, he'll do it. So one of the things that we want to do, now, unfortunately, I was invited there. They sent me 2 tickets to come. And my wife and I was going to go, but we couldn't make it. And it was too late to try to get somebody to go in our place. But we'll be down in Springfield. And I told my wife we're going to just take those tickets and frame them and keep them. And, But we're going to go down to Springfield. When I say we, I'm talking about people in Chicago at the coalition, because we're going to be talking to not only the governor, but we're going to be talking to people in the House and people in the Senate in the state of Illinois about some of the things that's going on here, and we got a ton of information. We'll get to that. Well, this will probably be going on in the summertime. We've already spoken with some of the people in Springfield about this, and they're well with us on it. So, and when we ask, and I'm talking to you retirees now, you to be ready to go with us in the summertime. I want you to be ready to go with us, to go down and talk to our representatives. In the meantime, we'll be having our meetings as we do 4 times a year. I want you to reach out to the officers of the coalition. That's the president, Claude Funches, the vice president, Benny Rogers. You all just from local 241 guys. The secretary, who is Suzette Smith. The treasurer is Larry. She's from 308. The treasurer is Larry Whitehead from local 241. The assistant treasurer is Tommy Little from local 241, and then you got Ronald Roach, who's been an orchestra. He helped orchestrate the coalition. He's also sergeant at arms, and then John Dodson is sergeant at arms. So reach out to one of those guys, and if you got any questions, we're going to try to make sure we put their numbers up, and so you can see that, and you can find these gentlemen, talk to them and the lady, and they'll give you everything that's going on. You become a member. What we do is make sure that we try to keep you informed with everything that's going on. You'd be surprised. That's what's going on with your pension. And we're going to put a stop to it. With the contract contract. I'm still thinking back in the day when I was negotiating contract. But with the lawsuit that's coming up, the attorneys are going to go before the judge at the end of this month and the beginning of February. Those are not situations where you want to be, because those they'll just be going for preliminary things. But what they will be asking for is the trial date. This is something that we've been fighting for 10 years to get the trial date, and we're about to do that right now. We're hoping we get it as soon as possible. You're not going to be going on as long as it did before, 8-9 years before we get some resolution. But we're gonna keep you informed, keep you up to date. Watch this show, and you can tell other people to do that. Now, all you guys that, most everybody here, everybody that are members of the coalition, even people that are not, are very, very supportive. And we really thank you all for that. You have a few people that goes and say, well, I don't have nothing. I don't want nothing to do with these guys. And that's your thing. We move on. We don't mess around with you because you haven't put anything in here. We put time, we put money, and we're going to make sure that we get results. Okay? You do what you do, and we're going to make sure everybody else is informed. Okay? That's what we are with the coalition. Just want to bring you up to date on that. And like I said, we're going to be looking for you. When we call you, and we're going to give you plenty of heads up. When we call you to go with us to Springfield this year, we're going to look for you to do that. Okay? We're going to look for you to be there. So reach out to them. If you haven't joined the coalition, reach out as soon as you can. I think we're at about 500 members. We need about 5,000 members because volumes speak. You all remember that. Volumes speak. Okay? We're going to put the telephone numbers up of the offices, and I want you to do what you got to do. Call, ask questions, because they're well abreast of what's going on. That's with the state of Illinois. And, I want to move on now. And don't forget, you can always send an email to talklabor@gmail.com. We try to get as many answers as we can. We get a lot of questions. We try to answer as much as we can. Okay? talklabor@gmail.com. Now I want to move on, and we got some more stuff because I want you to watch this whole show because we got a lot of stuff for you that you need to see, hear, and know. Okay? See, hear, and know. And we're going to get back to you a little bit more about what's going on the lawsuit before the show is over. But before we do that, I want to try to get to what we've been seeing on television, the situation with the singer R. Kelly. Now keep in mind, R. Kelly is not one of my favorite people. I don't know him personally, and he's made some good songs. But I don't know him personally, but he's not one of my favorite people. But I do have a problem with the guy making a documentary attacking this man with no real proof at all, and the media attacking this man with no proof at all. I've seen this happen too many times. If R. Kelly did all this garbage that you claim he did, then you should sit the jail on top of him. But until you can prove that, please don't bring it to me. I've seen you do it to too many black men. I've seen you do it to too many black men. You have been talking about this Me Too movement and all this garbage, but there's only one man sitting in jail right now, and that's Bill Cosby. One of the richest men in the world, but tear him down, that's Bill Cosby. Here with R. Kelly, I hear people say, well, he's been taking advantage of these young girls, and you shouldn't do that. If it's against the law, put him in jail. But I don't hear people saying Elvis Presley should have went to jail. His first wife was 14 years old when their parents brought her over there so she could stay with him. And don't think he was just holding her hand when she was there. You know what was going on. And he married her at about age 15 to 16. I don't hear anybody talking about hang him, dig him up and put him on trial. I heard that somebody's trying to bring a documentary out to try to attack Michael Jackson again. This young man is dead. Leave him the hell alone. First of all, he didn't do anything in the first place. Went to trial, was totally exonerated. People wasn't satisfied with that. We want to tear that Negro down. He's too high. Too many people love him. Bring him down. And the first thing you do is jump on it. Oh yeah, kill him because he did this and no, he didn't. No, he didn't, because it was proven that he didn't. Tiger Woods. Let's kill him. He cheated on his wife. He should be, get on your knees and pray, boy. Get that. This is what was going on with that. How many men have cheated on their wives? I don't condone that kind of garbage, but how many men have? You don't attack them because they're not prominent. You're just a regular Joe. So, you know, what they say about African American men, they don't stay at home. They run away from their family. That's a damn lie. They've been lying on us for years. So when you see me get angry about that, yeah, the angry black man comes out when I see stuff like that. You know, I see so many times. Muhammad Ali, they attacked him. You all know about that. If you don't, read the history. And old big head O.J. Simpson. I never liked O.J. I never liked that man. But there's no way you're going to tell me that he, with those bad knees of his, run around there and in 15 minutes kill, damn near cut the woman's head off and did all that murder. No blood on him anywhere. Then in 15 minutes runs up and wash up and run and get on the plane in front. Bull. It don't work like that. So you can't get me to believe that. And the jury acquitted him. But America wasn't satisfied. We got to kill this Negro. And they did everything they could. Set him up on a situation where he was coming to get his own belongings and say that he tried to stick a man up with a gun. He didn't have a gun. When are you going to wake up, folks? Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a break and we're going to come right back. Got some good stuff for you.
I'm Danny Jo Williams with Infinite Scholars. We'd like to thank the Chicago Teachers Union Foundation for being a sponsor. Thank you.
My name is Simone Edwards. I'm the CFO and Vice President at Chicago State University. On behalf of our President, Z. Scott, we'd like to welcome you and thank you for participating in such a great event.
We have Joanne Jones. She's got a scholarship from Contaga. $3,000 per year. Joe Rogers, he got a scholarship at Talladega. $4,000 a year. Denise Frazier, she has 2 scholarships. Talladega $6,000 and Wilberforce $12,000. Congratulations.
All I wanna do is run free. All I wanna do is run free.
Okay, we're back. And we're back. And am I going too fast for you? Because, you know, when you give me this kind of stuff, man, I've lived it. A lot of you millennials are just seeing it. A lot of your Generation X kids, you know about it, but you know, sometimes I don't know if you're awake or not. And you baby boomers, you know what the hell I'm talking about. So we got to leave this information with our people. Don't go jumping and running and saying, oh, kill R. Kelly. Kill him because he did what? Well, they said on the documentary that he said, damn a documentary. What did he do? If he did it, put him in jail. If you know he did it, put him in jail. Now, that tape about him and this young girl, as I was telling my videographer, that yes, I believe he did that. I can't prove it, but I believe it. But if I can't prove it, I can't put him in jail. If I could prove it, I'll be like, put him in jail. Now, the girl said it wasn't her. The girl's father said it wasn't her. R. Kelly said that wasn't her on the film. So, what are we going to do? Put him in jail because we believe? No. Kelsey Grammer, great actor, right? He took advantage of his 15-year-old babysitter. Nothing was done to Kelsey. They didn't say go kill him and come after him. So I'm going to get off of that because we spend the whole night on that. We got too much good stuff that's coming down. Okay? You know what I want to do right now? You all know we talked about this gentleman. And I want to run a little clip to show you what I'm talking about. So I tell people all the time, I watch these old cowboy pictures. And if you watch them, they tell you everything that's going on right now. I'm telling you, I'm not being paid by the Western people to tell you to watch these things. But, you know, if you watch them, you're going to see what's going on. Like, say, for instance, this clip I'm going to show you is Donald Trump and the people that he's dealing with. Dumbass people that can't read what's right in front of their face. But there's a clip. Robert Culp on Trackdown. Cowboy picture. You got to see this and you'll see what I'm talking about. This clip says everything that's going on right now. Take a look at this. Take a look at this clip right now.
Got a name?
Trump.
That fits.
I bring you a message. A message of great importance. Without my help and knowledge, every one of you will be dead.
Sheriff, how long are you going to put up with this?
What do you mean?
How long are you going to let this con man walk around town?
Be careful, son. I can sue you.
How about it, Sheriff? When are you going to put the lid on?
What for?
Well, stealing is stealing, whether you do it with a gun or a mouthful of mealy words.
I don't intend to sit here and be insulted, Sheriff. If your people don't want my help, I can go elsewhere.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Trump. You don't talk for the rest of us.
Since the sheriff wouldn't stop Trump, Hobie had to find somebody who would. Sheriff Chet Farrow was the gun law in Talpa, and Judge Clement was the book law.
You hear about Trump?
Yes, sir. What are you going to do about him?
What do you want me to do?
Stop him
From what?
from taking the town.
Can you prove that that's what he has in mind?
Well, it's obvious.
But can you prove it? In order to arrest him, the sheriff has to have a charge. And Trump hasn't given him a thing to go on.
Well, there's got to be some way to stop him.
Well, if there is, I don't know it. It's a funny thing.
Sir?
When we were kids, we were all afraid of the dark. And we grew up, and we weren't afraid anymore, but it's funny how a big lie can make us all kids again.
Hobie had checked the town. The people were ready to believe. Like sheep, they ran toward the slaughterhouse. And waiting for them was the high priest of fraud.
I am the only one. Just me. I can build a wall around your homes that nothing will penetrate.
What do we do? How do we save ourselves?
You ask, how do you build that wall? You ask, and I'm here to tell you.
You're a liar, Trump. Aren't you going to stay for the fireworks?
I've done all I can for Talpa.
Figure it's time for me to be moving on. Well, I think you ought to wait.
That's where you and I disagree.
You're under arrest, Trump.
What charge?
Well, you write it any way you like. Grand theft, fraud, I think a jury will find it's stealing.
Did you see what I mean? he had the name and everything, right? This is what I'm talking about, folks. Wake up, see what I'm talking about. That clip there says it all. It says it all. One of the things that I say a lot on this show, I was saying to you on several shows when this man first came into office, I said that he was an agent of Vladimir Putin. Now, people are finally starting to see it. But I've been saying it for the longest, that he's an agent. Here are some of the things that you need to. Now, it's funny. It's funny. But here are some of the things that you need to see for yourself as to why this man is working for Russia. He doesn't give a damn. He figured you're just stupid, you know. And I got these dumbass people that'll vote for me no matter what. He said I'll stand up in the middle of Times Square and shoot somebody. They're going to support me. But watch this clip right here on that guy in the White House. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Here's a clip from some of the comedians. Take a look at this.
I never worked for Russia.
When you look at the details, it's still shocking. It's like you know that your grandparents probably have sex every so often, but you're still shocked to read Gammy's erotic diaries.
I mean, what tipped them off? Was it Trump's secret meeting with the Russians in the Oval Office, his son's secret meeting with Russians at Trump Tower, his lawyer's secret deal to build a Trump Tower in Moscow, Jeff Sessions' secret meeting with the Russian ambassador, Jared Kushner's secret back channel with the Kremlin, Michael Flynn's secret back channel with the Kremlin, Eric Prince's secret back channel with the Kremlin, Paul Manafort, Sherry's secret polling data with the Russians, his foreign policy advisor's secret meeting with the Russians, the Russian hackers who helped Trump win, Trump asking the Russian hackers to help him win, or Vladimir Putin smile every time he sees Trump.
Donald Trump would be the world's worst spy. No one would hire him, right? He can't be a spy. He doesn't even have an inside voice. He'd be out there like, thank you for meeting me under this bridge to exchange these top secret documents.
Not only did I never work for Russia, I think it's a disgrace that you even asked that question.
He's right, though. The question is insulting. Of course he's not working for Russia. He's being blackmailed by Russia. There's a difference.
Okay, guys, we got the Kremlin notes right here. Now, we just have to figure out who this golden agent dumbass is and what Operation Easiest Thing We've Ever Done is.
It's a whole big fat hoax. It's just a hoax.
Big Fat Hoax is his Secret Service code name, by the way.
Okay, you see what I mean? This man has been doing this right in front of your face, and he said, you're so damn stupid. Now, I'm not going to say that about all of America, because Americans see him. They know what's going on. But I'm talking about his people. And with what he's doing with this shutting down the country and stuff like that, he's hurting the people that actually voted for him. I feel sorry for the people that didn't, but the ones that voted for him, I'm laughing. I am. I'm cracking up because it's what you voted for. And the longer he do it, you know, you voted for him. You put him in there. And people that didn't get out and vote, that would not have voted for him, I bet you'll get out next time. This is the kind of stuff. You know who will correct all these problems? You will, America. I got faith in America. I had faith in America during the midterm elections, came through like champs. I got faith in America going forward here. This man is gone. He's either gone by running out and resigning, or he's gone by impeachment, or he's going to be gone because you're going to vote him out. Nobody's going to vote him back in office. And Russia not going to be able to help him. So that's something I think that we ought to be very, 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 very cognizant of. One of the things I want to talk to you about too, the states. We are the reason why you got to get out and vote, and you got to support the people that you put in there, and know who you're putting in there, especially you people in the blue states. We got 50 states. Each state has 2 senators. These senators vote on everything that affect us, like the people that go to the Supreme Court. Senators put them in the Supreme Court. And if you put the wrong people in there, which has been happening lately, Lord have mercy on us. But each state gets two senators. Now you got some states that I'm telling you should not be getting, I know the Constitution calls for it, but should not be getting 2 senators to make decisions on the vast majority of Americans. The state of California has 39 million people The state of Texas has 28 million. State of Illinois, where I live, has 12 million people. These people should have 2 senators. State of Florida, state of Pennsylvania. But then you got states, like Wyoming, 500,000. Why do they have 2 senators? States like Vermont, 6. District of Columbia, where they're not, Alaska, North Dakota, 700,000. Delaware, 800,000. You know, states like that should not be having 2 senators making decisions about people, a state that has 39 million people. Abortion rights, health care, judges that go on the Supreme Court, looking out for the vast majority of the people in America. That shouldn't be happening. But they got it. The way you all said it, get out there and support your senators. Make sure you put the right people in office. That's the way you offset that garbage. Okay? That's the way you offset it. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you with something, and I always try to do this, that will shake up your mind. Back in the 30s, 40s, we had 4 young men that were murdered. And they were called the Groveland Four. They claimed that they had raped this white woman. And it was a lie. They didn't do it. Sheriff locked them up. Then they took 2 of them out, shot, killed one, claimed that they tried to break jail with handcuffs on, and went out there and shot these 2 young men. The other 2 lived and they died, you know, and one of them's child has been trying to get them pardoned, even though they're dead now, get them pardoned. They live in Florida. So finally, the people of Florida got it through. Pardoned because they did not commit the crime. They did not murder the woman. Today's technology showed that they did not have nothing to do with this lady and raping her. But this is something I want you to take a look at. Take a look at this so you can keep up with your history. I want you to make sure that you do the things that you need to do, and that is get out there and vote in the mayoral election in Chicago. All you coalition people, remember, you stay alert, because if you don't think that these people love you. They start taking your money away from you, and they're still doing it to a degree until we go to trial. They're still doing it, and they know they got to pay us back. But you got to stay with us, stand with us, don't be afraid. Martin Luther King said this: stop bending over and people will not ride your back. You stand up straight, nobody can ride your back, right? And nobody can do anything to you if you don't bend over. So you stand up straight. You stand up with the coalition. We're not afraid of these people, okay? All right, listen. I got a big show coming up, and I want you to be a part of it. Hopefully we got a kind of like, not a documentary, but it's a real good thing that you're gonna want to see. Hopefully we have it for you next week. But until then, you stay strong. You talk and you talk and you talk and you keep talking, because that's the only way you're gonna accomplish anything. Don't bury your head in the sand. Don't be afraid. Okay? This is Jerry Williams. I'm gonna see you again next week on Talk Labor.
Some resolution tonight to a dark chapter in Florida's history. After nearly 70 years, all the members of the Groveland Four, who were 4 young men falsely accused of raping a woman, have been posthumously pardoned. The Lake County men were accused under questionable circumstances. One was hunted down by a posse of about 1,000 men and then shot more than 400 times. 3 others were convicted. Then, after the U.S. Supreme Court ordered a new trial in 1951, a sheriff shot 2 of the defendants who were in handcuffs, claiming they were trying to escape. One of those men died. Back in 2017, the Florida House and Senate voted unanimously to formally apologize to the men's families and asked then-Governor Rick Scott to pardon them, but no action was taken. This morning, though, Governor Ron DeSantis and the Florida cabinet granted posthumous pardons to all 4 of these men.